105.9
Academy FM.
And it's time to get our special guests on the show today from the Hoosiers. It's Al. You all right, Al?
Hello there. Hello. What a pleasure to be here.
Are you all right? How are you doing? You've had a bit of a hectic day today, I believe, so thank you for joining us on the show. And it's great to have you, of course, coming down to Kent. Very.
But yeah, it's involved a bit of public transport, so that always makes life a bit more complicated.
Yeah, I don't think anyone loves public transport, do they? Let's be honest.
No, nobody likes it.
So, of course,
it's a necessary evil.
Yeah, it is, and of course you're coming to Kent soon. But let's start at the beginning for the Hoosiers. I mean, you burst on the scene with "Worried About Ray." I mean, how long were you guys together before "Worried About Ray"?
Myself and Erwin, the singer, have been life partners, if you will, since we were 15 or 16. So that was 96, 97. So I guess before, about 10, 12 years before we released anything. So yeah, plenty of time.
Right.
Under the bridge.
Brilliant. So you were together for quite a bit, and then of course "Worried About Ray" came out, and of course "Worried About Ray" went down a treat, didn't it? That must have gone down as well as you could have expected.
Oh, it was unbelievable. You just can't. Well, I guess you can dream about that sort of thing, but then you don't expect it to happen. So when it kind of did what it did, it was a very, very exciting time, very exciting year, and years to proceed. Even till now, I still can't get my head around it. What's going on?
I mean, it's wonderful because, of course, you reached fifth, didn't you, with "Worried About Ray" in the UK charts, and then you came in with "Goodbye, Mr. A," which, by the way, I don't think I'm ever going to forget that track. It's just one of them iconic records which I can remember from bands, and that came in at fourth. I mean, it does even better. That must have just been even madder for you guys.
Yeah, well, I mean, we kind of knew that was. I think we were aware that was a bigger song for the record company, and we thought that was going to be better than Ray. So, I mean, and it did. It snuck in just one place above. But yeah, I mean, it's just all fantastic. You just. I mean, it takes a bit of luck. It has to be right time. Radio has to play your tunes, so all the things have to kind of come together at the same time. So we were lucky in that respect. But yeah, I mean, delightful, wonderful bit of luck we've had.
Yeah, I mean, and it can't. You say luck. But is it luck because then the album came out, Trick to Life, and then that went to number one, didn't it, in 2007?
Okay, it's not luck, it's complete skill.
It is complete skill. I mean, just be big-headed about it. You've had a number one album. Come on, it's not luck, it's brilliant music.
Well, yeah, but then I say that because I just know a lot of fans who've got brilliant music who don't get the breaks that we got. So maybe something needs to happen with the way we listen to music or the way we promote music in this country, but I think there's more good bands out there than get the chance to shine like we did. So yeah, I guess that's what I mean by luck. I mean, you have to have a couple of decent tunes, but you do need to radio to get on side as well. So
yeah, I mean,
I'm not being annoyingly modest, I hope.
I mean, you turned around and you said at the start there about the way that the UK and the country promotes its music. I mean, the second album, The Illusion of Safety, there was a whole fallout around that, wasn't that, with your label, I've read, and stuff happened towards that album. I mean, what did, without going into too much detail, because I doubt you can, what actually happened? What was the big conflict around that time?
Well, we had big support record label. In a nutshell, we took a little bit too long to get the record done, questioned too many things and didn't kind of just get it out there as quick as we could.
Yeah.
And then we had a few internal politics at the label meant that our main support group, as it were, had left the label or got fired, and there was a few internal wranglings at Sony, and they decided they'd stop spending money on us, and that kind of is an important part of, you know, publicising your music. So we kind of it was a series of unfortunate events, but it happens to lots of bands. But we were the fall guys at that time, so it wasn't on our side, that one.
No, of course, and that must have been a major disappointment for you guys, because obviously where Trick to Life was brilliant, and then suddenly this whole thing around this label, it doesn't sound like it was all kind of the band's or yourselves' fault. I mean, that must have just been a bit of a disappointing time.
Well, who knows? If we maybe the songs weren't quite as good as the first album, but you know, it's always going to vary.
Yeah.
So we'll have to take some responsibility, but equally, yeah, I mean, the people weren't pushing like they should have, and when the album and the first single came out, they stopped spending money on on the campaign, and then the kind of wheels come off. So, but hey, the third album will fly, I'm sure.
And of course, yeah, you say the third album because I see you're in looking at your Twitter. I see you're in the studio recording music. So have you got new material on the way for next year?
Yeah, we took a year out last year just because it was a bit minging after the second album.
Yeah,
so we needed a bit of space from each other and from the few years preceding, and we feel fresh and writing good tunes, and we're recording it all happy and excited for the next stage.
For the next stage, and of course the next album. Have you got any names flying out there for singles for the album?
Oh, I couldn't possibly do that because I'd have to tell our loyal fans on Twitter first. I'd have to. I feel terrible if I didn't. If I gave it away like this without conferring.
Oh, that's fair enough. At the Hoosiers UK on Twitter.
It's a good probe though.
Yes. I had to ask. Anyway, you're coming down to Kent. I mean, the closest we're going to get to you, Margate, the Winter Gardens. Of course, it's a big show. It's a nice big venue. What have you got in store for us?
Well, we will be playing some new tunes. For sure, there'll be one tune that should be on album 3 that was recorded. That'll be making it's had its debut, but it'll be played again. And then some of the old gang will be there, and we'll just try and have as much fun as we can, as we always do.
Yeah, and of course it's going to be a great time. It's the 7th of December, the Winter Gardens in Margate. Al, thank you for joining us from the Hoosiers. We're going to play Worried About Rain now. Thank you very much for coming on the phone, and hopefully I'll see you at the Winter Gardens.
Superb, I'll see you there.